Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I'm going to be talking about Index Card RPG. So I just finished my second read-through for the Index Card RPG. I did an initial read-through. When I do my initial read-throughs, I shoot through pretty fast, just trying to get all the ideas into my head, get a shape of the game. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to memorize anything. I'm not trying to deconstruct how it was built, all those kind of things. So, but in my second read-through, I was fully aware of the importance of Index Card RPG as one of the top tabletop role-playing games today, and so I was really reading with intent, right? And I finished it. So, Index Card RPG is 192 pages, and there was something different about reading it that I had never experienced before, right? And that was just a sadness. I was sad that I had finished reading Index Card RPG and that I knew every concept within and that there wasn't anything else around the corner, right? Like that I knew all the new techniques, all the new methods that this game would bring to the tabletop role-playing game market. And I just had so much fun and so much enjoyment seeing the Index Card RPG pull the rest of the industry up to a new standard and calling the rest of the industry up to a new standard. It was really incredible. And one of the things that I am, just so adamant about, and I've been talking about it for so long, is I really feel the future of tabletop role-playing games is telling compelling stories faster. And Index Card RPG does that in a way that I've never seen in a game before. So there was just this moment. It wasn't lingering, but there was a moment of like 5 minutes where I was just like, "That's it, man! I've seen the best game on the market now." And but after that passed, right? I was excited again because one of the things that really surprised me too was earlier this year, just right in 2017. Was the drop of Blades in the Dark, right? And Blades in the Dark had been built by John Harper, and it's been built for a long time. And John Harper is, a guy who's been in the industry for a long, long time. Index Card RPG is, in my opinion, is relatively new to the community. Really came out of left field a little bit, and it certainly was coming from a source that I wasn't, that I really hadn't had a lot of experience with previously, right? So, but John Harper, I've been watching his work for years. And when he dropped Blades in the Dark, I was so impressed with that game. I thought, that's it, everybody will just, look at Blades in the Dark. All the top designers, all the top game masters, all the top players will find their path to Blades in the Dark, and that will impact how tabletop role-playing games are played for the next 5 years. I thought that was the period at the end of the sentence, that Blades in the Dark would be the peak of the tabletop role-playing game industry for a while, right? And you get different games that take that position and they hold it, right? Games that are in that grouping are Fate by Fred Hicks, and Cypher by Monty Cook, and Blades in the Dark by John Harper. And now you have Index Card RPG by its creator. And it's really, and so you have that grouping. Now, the way I would stack those right now, the very pinnacle of tabletop role-playing games, in my opinion, is, of course, Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Dungeons & Dragons never competes for best in show. It is the entire hobby. It's the genesis. It's the source. Whatever edition it is, it's king. Like that. That's never going to change, right? But beyond that, I would say that right now, Index Card RPG is the game where when you put down your money to purchase that game, because of the enthusiasm and the mixture, brilliance in game design is not rare. What's super rare in Index Card RPG is this mixture of enthusiasm and brilliance in the ratios that it exists within this game. And that is, this game, like Index Card RPG, just calls people to come and have fun. And then the thing that really blows my mind is the people who can understand it and can then use it to have fun is much broader than any game I've ever seen. The ability for those rules to allow people to come in and tell compelling stories quickly, right? And that's important because you need to tell compelling stories quickly so that you can continue moving. And if you hit a bad patch, that you're not stuck in that thing for 18 months, right? And so it was just, so Index Card RPG's ability to do that mixture of enthusiasm and brilliance really puts it at the top of the pile. And that in Index Card RPG, in my opinion, is the top of the tabletop role-playing game stack. John Harper is right below it, okay, with Blades in the Dark. And then I would say Fate is next. And the reason why I would say Fate and Cypher are incredibly close together, and the only reason I would put Fate above Cypher, I actually think Cypher is a better game, but the fact that you can get Cypher for pay what you want, $0 if you don't have any money, that's incredible. That is truly incredible and truly special, and it means that game is more portable and more useful and more accessible than Monty Cook's Cypher. Cypher is right there as well. And the other thing is, the thing to remember about Monty Cook is, and Fred Hicks did this a little bit, Monty Cook, he is really defining how to successfully run a tabletop role-playing game company in the modern day world. And that's important. That's a really valuable thing. So that's it. That's the top of the tabletop role-playing game tier. You got D&D, 5e, Index Card RPG, you have Blades in the Dark, you have Fate, and then you have Cypher. And and one of the things that really was very really wonderful, that I felt really good about, was when I saw Blades in the Dark, I really thought the competition was over for a year to 5 years, and that there'd be a whole bunch of iteration and a whole bunch of game, source books and a bunch of stuff that would get piled up in a corner, and nobody was really going to add anything to the top of the tabletop role-playing game tier. And so to see Index Card RPG leap in front of Blades in the Dark was just stunning and amazing to me. And it really is. I've never seen anything like Index Card RPG. It really is a distinctly unique, special game, and really, really something different. Just to give you an idea of some of the wonderful things in there. When I was reading through the loot section, there's a piece of loot that says it's like an amulet of fate, right? And it says, skip the dungeon master's next turn, skip the DM's next turn, and just the joy in that, the meta in that, the brilliance in that, it just speaks volumes. And also the succinctness, right? There's just so, the Index Card RPG is so succinct, and it's just really something special. So pretty amazed. And and of course, every game I just talked about, if you're a player, you see if you can get in a game. But if you're a game master and you're serious about this hobby, you need every single one of those books on your shelf or in your PDF collection. Thank you.